Mega Evolution is officially coming back in Legends Z-A, but what if I told you it's not just making a comeback? It might be getting a whole new identity. All right, maybe not a whole new identity. More like a rework. In this video, we're going to break down how Mega Evolution could work in this next gen battle system and how it might be more strategic, more situational, and more powerful than ever. Let's get into it. So when Mega Evolution was confirmed, my first thought was, how is this going to work with the way the game's actually going to be played? I mean, it's completely built differently than any original, normal, traditional Pokemon game. I mean, it's a new engine. We're on a real-time battle system, and the urban setting kind of hints more to than what it actually is. So that means Mega Evolution has to essentially evolve as well. In Gen 6, you could just tap your Mega Ring at the start of a turn, boom, instant power up. But in a real-time system or a semi-real-time system, that really isn't going to cut it. Mega Evolution could potentially be tied into a momentum mechanic or something like a burst mode where it only activates at a certain time during the fight. Maybe you have to use a certain amount of attacks. Maybe there's a certain string of attacks you have to use to build up the meter. Similar to how we see like charged attacks used in Pokemon Go, or how some evolutions or transformations happen in some of the Dragon Ball Z games. And honestly, the more I've been thinking about the Mega Evolution idea, the more I kept finding myself back within the Dragon Ball Z lore. A lot of that stuff really and truly kind of would fit in how the real time transformation could happen. I mean, once you go Super Saiyan in the Dragon Ball Z games, there's kind of like a little cutscene that pauses both fighters. It could be the same deal maybe with Legend Z-A. Maybe during the fight, once your Mega Ring is finally able to be used, it shows off like this cool little cutscene in between while you're transforming. Because if they let me hit you with a Hyper Beam while you Mega Evolving, it's GG's. I'm sorry, there's no coming back from that. But if this was the case, this would definitely help make Mega Evolution feel more earned and not automatic, especially with the style of fighting that we're going to be doing within the game. Now, Lumio City is all about like the modernization, the futuristic tech and everything. So I'm honestly hoping that we not necessarily are getting new regional forms to Pokemon in a way that we've been traditionally getting them, but instead we get new regional mega evolutions. Like that probably would be something very cool. I mean, we really and truly haven't seen too many other Pokemon with like the new megas. I know they've confirmed a lot of them. I don't think we've seen a lot of pictures of them yet, and I'm speculating they may look a little bit different than they traditionally look. I mean, they played a lot with the whole regional variants in Arceus, so them kind of bringing in like new models for these new Mega Evolutions for the Kalos region. I mean, this is where Mega Evolution originated from in the Pokemon series, so it would be dope for them to really like give a slight overhaul to the overall aesthetic of it. Like I would love to see like a new Greninja Mega Evolution. I mean, the Ash Greninja all time goated, but to have like a more original Greninja Mega would be so cool. I mean, I've seen some of the fan art and everything from some of the like the Mega Lupani, I believe it was. Luxray, and the Aegislash. Oh my goodness, like that would be so cool just to see them like do a spin of the regional forms and kind of blend them with their mega evolutions. Man, that would be just so cool. But honestly, I believe none of the starter Pokemon were like a regional variant from PLA. I think it was their final evolutions that was like a regional variant. So maybe we do get something like that for the starters we get in Kalos, and that kind of, gives them like a cool mega evolution look. So I'm excited to see exactly what's going to happen with this when it comes to just like the regional variants and everything, because there hasn't really been a lot that I've seen about it. But this definitely could be something that's tied into like the whole Mega Evolution on top, well, just like the look and feel of it as opposed to the mechanic itself. And speaking or going back to the mechanics, what if the Mega Evolution actually boosts the character itself? We all see that it's kind of tied into like your movement, how your Pokemon is going to be moving. So if the Mega Evolution gives you higher stats, like boost your Pokemon speed, most importantly, does that make your character move faster? Does that give you like a way to help your Pokemon get out of the way quicker as well too? Like that's something that I want to see a little bit more on. I hope we get a little bit more info on that, because that honestly, the more I think about it, it could be akin to how like you're bonding with the Pokemon from like the anime perspective. You know, like you're connecting with that Pokemon for this Mega Evolution to happen, and this could be their way of tying it in through like the stats or the mechanics. Like once your Pokemon's now Mega evolved, you have that ability to like, now your character's just like fast as shit. I mean, you're all over the place. That's helping, you dodge more attacks. It's helping you reposition your Pokemon to, throw off some, land some attacks. So this kind of fits the theory and everything. But I don't know. You guys let me know, what do you think about this down in the comments below. But it feels right. I don't think they would offset the way your character moves and the Pokemon moves so drastically after a Mega Evolution. So for them to similarly buff your player, I don't know. It seems something cool that they can definitely work with and test out and try, man. If this isn't going to be a multiplayer game, like if they're not going to have competitive battling and everything, I can definitely see them adding this in for us to play as like a single player campaign. Like it's got me thinking. But going back to the comp scene, if they were to give us some type of multiplayer system within the game, it would probably be very interesting. The real time mechanics, the megas evolutions, it could feel like I said. This makes me think a little bit of how the Dragon Ball Z games play out. Like, this could all be like flashy moves. Like this could be equivalent to going like Super Saiyan or Super Boo, and then maybe you get a Mega Evolution attack. Maybe your attack's similar to how we terrestrialize in Scarlet and Violet. There's some moves that kind of change with the transformation. So I could see them giving us like super cool moves to use. I could see it, but I just don't feel like this could actually happen. Only because it's, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like there's too many other games coming out. We have Gen 10 right around the corner. We have Pokemon Champions right around the corner. So the competitive Pokemon scene, I mean, we still have Showdown that's still being used and everything. So I don't really see too much being built on it. I mean, it sounds cool. It could be DBZ style, trainer battles, especially if they put us on like certain arenas and everything for us to move around, similar like the Pokemon Stadium. But it just doesn't feel like it fits. Like I've talked about a lot of stuff over the past couple weeks when it comes to the theories for ZA, but when it comes to just the competitive battling, I just don't really feel too strongly about it. Only because it does feel like it would be pulling from too many different styles of game mechanics, I feel. And, that's what Legends is supposed to be about, is, reinventing what Pokemon is, what it does, how it works as a core, the same how I guess they were doing with the mystery dungeon games, something that was a different take on, the traditional Pokemon journey. So this, I feel like they have plans to keep the competitive battles, as formatted as possible. So yeah, that my take on the comp scene for this would definitely, if they were to implement it would most definitely feel more like a Dragon Ball Z fight, or I guess a watered down Dragon Ball Z fight, a watered down Pokken tournament fight. I don't know. I just Pokken tournament was more arena based, so it didn't really feel, you know, and even then, like the move sets on there, and like the fluidity of the Pokemon battles on there was just amazing. So I don't know, with the cooldowns being implemented the way it seems like this may be on a cooldown itself, it just doesn't really strike me as this would be a viable competitive scene. So that's my rant on it. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think, what would happen if they introduced this into ZA. So this was, man, this is all I had to talk about for Mega Evolutions for ZA. So let me know down in the comments below, who do you think is going to have one of the coolest Mega Evolutions in the game, and who are you most excited to see the brand new evolution of? Give this video a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And man, we did it, guys. We hit 100 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. I called my mom about this, guys. Like, y'all don't know how excited I am about this. Like, I told you, this channel is my baby, and to see it grow up, and to see so many people come to be a part of this community, man, it's a blessing. And it just keeps me going, and it makes me want to make more of these videos for you guys. So the love is reciprocated. I don't know what else to say, man, but let's keep it going, man. We're moving on. Like, next up, 500, man. We're gonna get there. So shout out to everybody out there, man. Once again, I love every single one of y'all who's showing love to me. And Rico out.